Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Life on Greenwood. I hope everyone's doing fine. I'm winding down 2020, and what a year it has been. I want to share with you some of my favorite DIYs. I don't know how many DIYs in 2020, but I want to share with you 7 of my favorite DIYs. And if you want to see what they are, come along with me and see how many of these DIYs do you remember me doing in 2020. It's been a year. But anyway, so let's get started and I'll share with you 7 of my favorite DIYs for 2020. All right, my first one, I'm going to look at my notes here because I had to go back and pick 7 out of all the DIYs that I did in 2020. I picked 7 of my favorites. So I'm going to look at my notes here. The first one I am showing you is a DIY headboard that I made from scrap wood. There was some wood I had in the garage. It wasn't even really wood. It was more like, I think it was more like MDF, and some fabric and a little foam and some spray adhesive, and I made a headboard for my guest bedroom. So let me show you that one. My second DIY was fairly easy, and I'd seen them on YouTube before, but I wanted to try one for myself. It's an envelope pillowcase. I had made pillowcases before, or pillow covers before with glue, but I'd never made the envelope kind, and I was surprised at how easy this was. If you remember this, let me just take you back and show you an envelope pillow cover that I made earlier this year. All right, my next DIY in 2020 of my 7 favorites was around Easter. I made a decoupage Easter egg. I found an Easter egg at a Goodwill store. I think it was Goodwill. Anyway, it was a thrifted Easter egg, and it came apart. So I used that with some napkins that I bought online from Amazon, and decided to just decoupage it with some Mod Podge. Now, I'd run out of Mod Podge, but I used a substitute for Mod Podge. And I took this Easter egg and used those napkins, and I made a decoupage Easter egg that was so pretty. Let me share that with you. And then my next project, which I think this one really, I think this one has to be my favorite project that I did in 2020. I'm really proud of this DIY. This is a DIY lantern that I made from scrap wood. I went on Pinterest and I got some ideas from Pinterest about how to make a lantern, and it turned out so nice that I actually made 2 of them from scrap wood, some wood glue, couple nails, finials. Really, really inexpensive project. Anyone can do this. So let me show you. This one is really my favorite project for 2020. So let me show you what I did. Okay, my next project was a little bit, maybe a little bit more labor intensive. It was the mantle. Now, our mantle in the family room, we had a piece of wood already on the mantle, and I painted that white like years ago. But I wanted to give it a little bit more substance and like add a little bit more depth to it, and then do some molding around it to, just to beef it up a little bit. So I had involved hubby with cutting the strip of molding that I wanted to, decorative molding that I wanted to go around it. But I was doing all the nailing and drilling and painting and all this. So let me show you my DIY mantle that I did in 2020. was awesome. My next one, this project, now this was a little bit laborious as well, but I had fun. I'm glad I did it because I think we're going to enjoy it for years to come. It was a rock garden. Involved a lot of clearing out of the area, getting the rocks and moving them from one place to the other because the yard is full of huge rocks. So it just involved getting those rocks and putting them where I wanted them to go, and then clearing out everything and mulching everything and finding the right plants to put back there. I'm so proud of how this rock garden turned out. Let me show you my DIY rock garden. I'm going to get a lot of use out of that rock garden. Can't wait to see what it looks like next year in 2021. All right, and my final project. Now this one I think was a favorite as well, and so easy to do. This DIY was so easy to do. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I said that about the wooden lantern as well, but this one was really easy. I'd seen these table risers before in all kinds of scenarios, and people use them on their dining room tables as risers to put things on. People use it on their counters, and I just used some scrap wood from the garage. I did have to buy some finials. The finials I got from Lowe's. I think they're like $2, something like that. Anyway, so a little paint that I already had, a little sanding. Let me show you this DIY riser that I did. It's a DIY table riser that I did, and I'm going to get a lot of use out of this one too. So let me show you that. is one of my favorite DIY projects for 2020. So I just wanted to show you 7 of my favorite DIYs that I did in 2020. I wish I could have done more, but 2020 was really crazy. Tell me which one of these DIYs that you like best. If you follow me, you've seen me do these DIYs before, but which one was your favorite? Have you done any of these DIYs yourself? If you did, can you share what your results were? Anyway, I hope you had a great 2020. I know it was tough for a lot of us, but you know, we're at the end of the year. We made it. Thank God we made it. And I'm so happy that you stayed with me. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I do a lot of DIYs and thrifting, and I like to paint all the time. So for my returning friends, thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.